plaintiff, Philip Pyatt, says he asked the defendant to play the drums in his church choir. But after one practice, he never showed up again. Philip claims he later learned the defendant abused crystal meth, and he's suing him for the cost of a car. Defendant Kyle Vinson says he appreciated Philip taking him to church, but because Kyle was a sinner, he felt uncomfortable going. Kyle's countersuing Philip for harassment.
Start with you.
Judge Mathis, my wife and my daughter, we both watch your show avidly.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, they told me if I didn't mention her name, Kathy, my wife, and Kia, my daughter, that Doyle would have to escort me home. They wasn't gonna let me in. Okay.
All right.
Think we and you have rubbed elbows with a couple of celebrities. I done some bodyguard work for Shaka Khan on her first solo album.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with Natalie Cole on a couple of gigs that she did. And I worked with security for Bonnie Pointer when she was leaving the Pointer Sisters. Well, during that time, I had met, what's his name? Berry Gordy.
Mm-hmm. Love Berry Gordy.
With Bonnie Pointer.
Yeah, love him. Love him to death. All right. Founder of Motown. That's Berry Gordy. Most of you all know. All right. Then, who you know?
I know Mr. Pyatt.
You know him, all right.
I need to know.
You're a big fella through him. That's right. Tell me about your friendship with the defendant.
I belong to a church, avid member. I played guitar for 5 different choirs.
What church? They were putting you out of all 5? How do you going from church to church?
No, sir. Union Missionary Baptist Church. There's 5 different choirs.
What's the other 4?
No, sir. They're all one.
Oh,
church.
In the same church?
Yes, sir. We have a male choir, a women's choir.
Getting put out every place.
No, sir.
All right.
A male choir and an adult choir and children's choir. I play the bass for those and sing lead in 3 of the choirs.
Okay.
My wife sings lead in 3 of the choirs, and we needed a drummer. So I knew Kyle, that he played the instrument, and I asked him, would he want to come and play the drums for the church, and he offered to come down there. And had one session, and during that session, we weren't even playing anything, and he was like profusely sweating. I'm saying, okay, I'll leave that alone. And wanted him to come back to another session, but he never showed up. So got a little longer in going to see him. And
so who was playing for the choir when he didn't show?
No one.
So you all didn't have...
We did not have a drummer. All we had was an organist and myself.
You want to tell me more about your friendship with the plaintiff?
Yeah, Mr. Pyatt seemed like a good guy, you know. I considered him a friend. He took me to his church, and I did appreciate that. I sweated a lot in church because, I don't know, I feel like a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I just can't. I'm a sinner, maybe. I don't know. That's a different issue, but... so I didn't go back, you know what I mean? I just... Not for me, but he seemed like a good dude. I enjoyed playing with him. Did
you all get along all right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. What's up with this disappearing act?
Disappearing act?
Yes. He said you came and you stopped. He said you came one time, after committing to continuing, you stopped.
No, I didn't commit to anything.
Okay, you only intended to come once?
No, yeah.
You all never discussed you coming regularly?
No.
Yes, we did.
I'm really not a drummer, first of all. I play the guitar, okay. and I just felt like...
you know you sounded like you've been blowing or smoking. Mouth all twisted. Man say you're up in church and you sweating. Wasn't even playing the drums. Wouldn't come back because you know you were too much of a sinner. We all sinners. That's why we all need to go to church. You need to go back. Just don't have a hit before you go in.
You're right.
Go ahead, sir. You think he's getting high? I don't want to falsely accuse the man, but I'm seeing and hearing signs, huh?
Yes, I do, Judge.
You think you're doing coke or crystal meth or...
Meth.
Huh?
Meth.
Okay, meth. All right. Why do you believe that? His symptoms, his things you see?
Yes, Your Honor. And one of the times while I was waiting on him at the shop, they said Kyle was in the bathroom. So I waited 5, 10, 15 minutes and no Kyle. And I'm seeing people running up and down the stairs, running out of the bathroom. So I go over toward the bathroom And just through the crack of the door, I'm looking and I'm seeing Kyle doing one of these. I know what it sounds like and I know what it smells like after it burns. I haven't always been a choir boy. And after that, I left him. I didn't come as often as I wanted to come to check on my automobile. But after I seen that, I kind of knew why things were.
Well, I'm glad
slow.
you're corroborating my suspicion, because a lot of folks think I'm accusing folks for no reason, and how would he know that, and how can he? I know, I've been around 1,000 of them, and so I know. I don't know much about crystal meth. That's why I said crack or cocaine or what have you, but I knew you was getting high off something. I don't know who you think you kid. Now, crystal, I heard that crystal meth high, I heard it lasts for like hours.
That's what I heard.
How many hours?
That's what I heard.
Tell me about the cost of the car. How does he owe you for a car, sir?
I paid $2,000 for the car, and he's had my car since
When?
March.
March of 17?
Yes, Your Honor. March the 3rd, I delivered my car to him.
Please, you know that car was going on the 4th.
Well,
what reason?
the car wasn't gone, but the parts of the car were gone. They just mysteriously disappeared one after another. I bought a timing chain. That was supposedly the wrong timing chain. I checked this car.
That's why.
I checked this car in March. I didn't harass him or bother him. He said he was busy. So I gave him actually till May the 3rd before I checked on the car again. I checked on it March, April, and May. And every time I checked on it, Kyle was either not there or in the bathroom. So after I was doing a big...
Doing his thing in the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a contract with a hospital, so I wasn't able to go every day like I wanted to. It was my work car.
Sure. So May came, and what did he tell you?
I'm not done with it yet. Give me a little bit more time. The gentleman that was working on my car was either him or another gentleman. I don't know his name.
Okay, so you're suing for the entire car. You obviously you haven't gotten it back yet.
No, Judge.
What have you been told? What was the last story you received?
The 19th of September, I was told me and my wife and I went and bought the last part extra for the car. And she had told him, if you don't get my car done by Saturday, we're going to Judge Mathis. Well, he grinned and laughed and said he didn't give a darn about going to Judge Mathis. That's my cousin. He ain't going to do nothing to me.
Sir, what you say?
First of all, his timing belt broke. And when that happens, look.
Let's see, what is it you want to get? If the timing belt snaps, they run into each other. All right, all of this is what happens. Now, what happens when it's time to fix it? That's what I want to know.
Fix it? This car right here.
What car is that?
It's not gonna run again.
All right.
He broke the timing belt.
When did you find that out? When did you determine that?
Right when he found out it was a timing belt.
In March, right?
This is what happened. He pays me, or he said he's gonna pay me $300 to replace the timing belt. I replaced it. It caused other damage. It's not my fault that he neglected to service his vehicle at the right intervals.
Not true, Judge.
All right, so you're saying once you replaced it, you found that
Well, I told him that beforehand.
You told him there would perhaps be a problem.
No, that there definitely was, but he refused to believe it, and he still refuses to believe it.
He shows me something that indicates that it can cause engine problems, timing belt
Yes, Judge.
malfunction. What do you say to that?
On the 9th, he told me that I needed the head for the car. I bought the head for the car because I was told. Okay, I redid that. Give me a couple weeks and it'll be done. Well, a couple more weeks went by, it was never done.
This is what happened.
What? What happened?
I had the timing belt put on, and it still wasn't running.
Got that part.
He starts creating a scene. Oh man, you put it on wrong, this and that. So I had the cylinder head taken off with the intake manifold and a couple of the parts on it to show him that his valves were bent. Minimum, his valves were bent. And so he took that. 3 months later, he comes back with the cylinder head and wants me to put it on for the $300. And I'm like,
what did you tell him? How much did you say it would cost? To put it
I
back
told him
on?
I don't even do that kind of work. That's internal engine work. If
And you told him you didn't do that type of work when?
right at that moment
When was that?
when he
first brought
come
it?
back with the cylinder head,
All right.
and then he says,
"Is that
"Man,
during during the month of March when he brought it to
yes.
you?" All right. So why,
No, it was July, somewhere around
Okay.
there.
So why, as of September, you never told him to get your car?
No, I've been telling him to come get it.
All right, sir.
Judge, he said 3 months I bought it apart.
But he says right now we're talking about now because the cost of the car is because he won't give it to you, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so we're not talking necessarily about the repair bill or anything else. We're talking about the cost of the car because you said he wouldn't return the car.
He wouldn't return the car in 2 months. September 19th, he had told me finally, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, man, I do not know what I'm doing. He never said that until September 19th, and my wife.
What
said
evidence
something.
do you want to provide?
He said I didn't bring back the timing head for 3 months. 9th of March.
Let's see.
After the 3rd of March, I bought the timing chain, and the head was bought on the 9th. I waited another 3 or 4 months before I went back and even required about the car. My friend that's fixing the car is in jail. I don't know what I'm doing. Give me some more time. Like I said, I'm working. I work as a surgical technician, and I was busy. I couldn't keep following up on him.
Your counterclaim for harassment is for what?
Well, he showed up there numerous occasions, created scenes.
Is it a public auto?
Public place, and in front of customers.
And
And
to use the bathroom.
yeah. Hey, another thing about that. If I was gonna smoke crack in the bathroom, I'd at least shut the door.
You did. It was half open.
Sir. And what did he do when he came there? Give me some
He
examples.
told me if I don't get his car running, that he will get me fired.
Okay.
He
Rightfully so.
cursing
Whatever.
like a Christian
Go ahead.
and with other people on at least twice a week. And I'd go hide in the bathroom because I knew he was coming over.
That's why you were in the bathroom.
I see his car driving up, and yeah,
That's why you were in the bathroom, because you saw him
I hide
driving
it
up.
anywhere I could.
You were dodging him. When you dodge someone, it's because you yourself believe you've done wrong by them. Otherwise, you calmly discuss the problem and resolve it. But you run and hide, not discuss it. You run and hide.
Well, no,
Indication of guilt. $2,000 is your judgment. Your dates don't match these that he has given me, nor the proof that he has given me. I'm granting your judgment, dismissing your claim. He's done nothing to harass you. $2,000 for you. Yours is dismissed. Sir. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Judge.